Hello, I'm Brian Tracy, and today I want to give you some tips on how to perform well on your next job interview. Acing an interview is both an art and a science. In order to give effective answers to questions, you need to anticipate the information that interviewers want and figure out how to state it in a detailed, coherent way. But you also have to master the informal, interpersonal aspects of the interview, interacting with your potential employer in a way that makes you seem trustworthy, interesting, and likable. Only through careful preparation can you master both the formal skills and the informal ones, creating a positive, lasting impression. The next time you land an interview for a promising job, make sure you do these things. During the job interview, you need to anticipate likely questions. Preparing for an interview begins with thinking of the questions that the employer is likely to ask, as well as what responses will answer them most effectively. While every interviewer is different, most involve questions like these. What can you tell me about yourself? When employers lead with this question, they don't want you to tell them about your hobbies. Instead, they want to know about qualities you have that can't be easily listed on a CV, but that nonetheless make you a valuable worker. If you have a thirst for knowledge, a love for interpersonal interaction, or a knack for perceiving business opportunities in pop culture trends, this is the time to say it. What are your strengths? Employers who ask this question aren't looking for a list of skills and talents. They can get that from your CV. Instead, they want concrete examples of things you've done that display your strengths and abilities. What are your weaknesses? The standard tactic for answering this question is to list weaknesses that will actually come across as strengths. But employers are expecting this, so you have to be a little bit more subtle, a little bit more creative. Consider telling the interviewer about real weaknesses and challenges that you have had, but emphasizing the ways that you overcame those obstacles and improved as a professional. This way, you can give a positive impression of yourself without seeming like you never think about your flaws. Preparing for likely questions is all about building confidence. The better an idea you have of what interviewers will ask and how you will respond, the quicker and more coherent your answers will be. Next, make sure that you research the company. Interviewers don't want to know the value of your skills in a generic office environment. They're interested in finding someone who can address their needs specifically. You are thus more likely to land the job if you research the company in depth before the interview. Here are some of the most important details for you to brush up on. First, look at the team members. To the degree possible, given the information that's publicly available, find out who you'll be working with. Focus on members of the department you are likely to work in, as well as managers and specialists from other departments that you'll have to interact with. The more you know about potential coworkers, the easier it is to show employers that you are a team player and that you can fit in. Next, look at company history. Learn about when the company was founded, how it rose to success, and who has played a major role in it over the years. Not only will this help you figure out how you can contribute, but it gives you a sense of why this business is important. You can thus show your interviewer that you are committed to whatever you will be doing. When I talk to my prospective clients for speaking engagements, which is a job application, a job interview, what I do is I look up everything I can find on the internet, and I find out what their stock price is and what their stock prices have done and what they sell and how their sales are going and who their competition are. And then I lead with questions. I say, I see your stock went up this last week. Why was that? What exactly happened? What do you expect for the future? Interviewers love to talk about their company, and if you lead off with informed information about the company, they will love to talk to you. Figure out what challenges the company is facing or is likely to face in the future that will prevent its growth. Then, determine the ways in which you can resolve these issues. You can help solve those problems. They say in selling that every product is a solution to a problem. We even say the words problem to be solved, PTBS. So one of the things you're looking for is a company that has a problem or problems that you can solve with your talents and abilities. That's a guaranteed job. So armed with this information, you can present yourself as a solution to the firm's most pressing problems, showing the interviewer that there's clear value in hiring you. Knowledge is power, and the more you know about a company, the greater an impression you will leave during the interview. You'll start to cause the interviewer to think, we need this person working with us to help us to achieve our goals. Once you have assembled this information, you'll be ready to practice in person. Finally, find a friend, preferably someone with business experience, who will be willing to conduct a mock interview with you. Ask them to pay close attention to your facial expressions, your style of speech, and other factors that impact how you will come across to the real interviewer. This will help you to improve the qualitative factors that affect your likelihood of getting a job, but cannot be mastered through simple research and memorization. Holding a practice interview also makes it easier for you to identify